Hello guys, so today I want to show you a video how I do my everyday makeup, and so let's get right started. The first thing I always use is my foundation. I don't have a concealer because I don't normally use a lot of foundation or concealer, and today I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. First up, shaking. And then I normally do a little bit onto my ring finger. I just warm it a little bit up and I put it under my eyes. That's normally the way I do it. I once used a brush before, or I used a brush before, but I personally don't like the look of the brush since I don't use a lot of foundation. So I just use it. Applying it with the ring fingers like this. So it's evenly distributed, especially on the inner corners of your eyes. You want to make sure it's evenly distributed like this, so you don't have any harsh lines going around. Second step I do is I set my foundation with a powder. I personally use a cheap one from the drugstore, and it's from Manhattan, the Soft Compact Powder, and I have it in the shade 3 Beige. Load up the product and I just pat it on right over my eye area like this. I don't stroke because I tend to smudge my foundation a little bit, so I just pat it on and try to make it even like this. So the next step I normally do is my eyebrows, and I use the Urban Decay, the brow box, and it's in Honey Pot. So if you get the kit, you can slide it out on the downside, I would say, and then you can get 3 products, 2 little brushes and a tweezer. And here you have a mirror. Can you see yourself? Yay! And if you open the top, you get 3 products. You can't see my face. I'm here. So downwards we have the brow wax, which just should put your hair to lay flat down to the others and they don't grow out in weird directions. And you get 2 brow powders, one that's a little lighter, that's this one, and one that's a little darker. I do use both of the colors, the lighter one more on the inside of my brows and the darker one more on the outside. But first up we're going to start with the wax. So one of my brushes I only use for the wax, so just loading up a little bit, left, right, and I personally do use the wax on the front of my brows because there my hair tends to grow straight up, which isn't the best look. Second step, with the second brush, I first use the somewhat lighter color and just a little bit. This powder tends to be very intense, so I won't recommend using it a whole lot of it because you get eyebrows like Shrek, and we don't want that, okay? So just a little bit, filling in the front part of the eyebrows, and I hope you can already see there's coming on a difference. So very careful with the product. So let's go in with the second color, the darker one. Very lightly, again, don't use too much product because it is very intense. So, and then we go in. Can you see me? Nobody can see me. My mirror is just down here, and we go like this on the outside. It can happen that right now you still can see some streaks while you're doing your eyebrows. So I normally go in with a spoolie brush, something like this. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. And I just go in and lightly brush over my eyebrows to make them look even more natural on both sides. Okay. Next step normally is eyeshadow. I use an eyeshadow primer. I do use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It's the purple one. I'm sure you've seen it before. And that's the big one. I got a tester and I was very impressed with it, so I got the big one. And again, I'm putting a little bit, teeny tiny bit, on my ring finger. That's more than enough for both of your eyelids. So I warm it up between my fingers, and then on both eyelids just roughly distribute. A little bit underwards because we're going to put eyeshadow down there here. Is underwards a real word in English? I don't know. Okay. So next step, we're going to apply eyeshadow. We're using the Vice 3 palette, again an Urban Decay product, and we're going to use these 3 on the side here, and the light one down there. I'm going to tell the names of the colors, so if you're interested in getting them. The first color we're going to use is Angel, which is, oh, I'm making a mess here, which is this one upwards. It's like a brownish, shiny color, but not too intense. Loading up the product and just applying it all over your eyelids. I need my mirror. And with the primer potion, the eyeshadow should stick very well. Don't use too much. It should be an everyday makeup, so we don't want to be like, boom, super intense on the eyes. I use a window wiping motion on my crease, like left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, to don't have any harsh lines. And the next color we're going to use is called Last Sin, and it's the one here up in the corner. And we're going to use it like from our crease to our eyebrow. So loading up a brush again and going on the upper side. Just very lightly from crease to brow. And on the other side, like this. Okay, to avoid any harsh lines, I'm going to use a blending brush, and we're going to go over to the crease so we don't have any harsh lines. We don't want that. Everything should look very soft and very neutral. It's just an everyday look, so like this. Next color we're going to use an angled brush because we want to make a more in-depth line. So I'm going to use this color down here, which is called Defy. I don't even know what that means. On the angled eyeliner brush, and we're going to apply it in our crease. So, oh, my hair is in the way every single time. So we're starting here and going again in the window wiping motion, back, front, back, front, back, front, like this. And we're going under the eye as well, on your not the waterline, the one that's more downward, under your eyelashes. So you try to connect the lines on the outside, like this, and you're going in here. Not too much, not too intense, we want to keep it simple. And we have something like this. Again, we're going to go in with the blending brush to erase out any harsh lines. We don't want that. It just should look like a shadow that we created in our crease. And so we're going to take the blending brush and again, window wiping motion, back, forth. Sometimes I feel like the eyeshadow isn't really blending. I tend to do like little circles like this to blend even better. And also on your lower lid. Next step, we're going to highlight our brow bone, and we're using the last color from this palette, and it's called Bobby Dazzle, which is the lightest one right down here. So loading up the brush, and oh, I need my mirror again, and a little bit under your brow. What is this? Next step, we wanted to highlight our inner tear duct, and I normally use a pencil for that. And the one that I use is by Catrice. It's the Made to Stay highlighter pen, which looks like this. Can you see it? And we're just going to go over with the pencil into the inner tear duct. I tend to start at the most upper point and bring it a little bit down, like this. I think I like it. Last step for the eye is mascara. What's it called? I use the Makeup Forever Professional Paris Mascara. It's the waterproof one. So we're applying like this. Don't neglect your inner lashes. They want some love too. And also your bottom lashes, very lightly. The last step is a little bit more face makeup. I use some highlighter and bronzer because, you know, I'm very pale and people tend to ask me if I'm sick, but I'm not. That's just my so normal face skin tone. So we're using some highlighter and bronzer. I have the highlighter from NARS and it's the one that's called Reckless. Going in with my middle finger, just load it up and onto like the apples a little bit higher. That's where I apply the highlighter. Last step, bronzer. I'm using my Too Faced Snow Bunny bronzer, and it's kind of funny because you have like 4 different colors in it and you don't use them separately. You just get your brush and just get in there like overall like this, and then you apply the bronzer. I do apply my bronzer on my temples, on the sides of my cheek, and here on the jawline. That's where I normally use it. So let's do it. Just on the hairline, temples, and like here, go down, and jawline like this. Erase out my double chin, and we're done! You can use maybe like a tinted lip balm. That would be an option for me. Since I don't have one, we don't use one. So, I hope you liked this video. That was my everyday makeup look, and I'll see you all. Bye!